Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be attempting some of the wiring on this car. Back on the olds. I gotta plug in some relays and got these little crappy things. So not really looking forward to it, but I do want to make the attempt at it myself. So just basically got to figure out where I'm going to be mounting all this stuff, how I'm going to be wiring it up. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Wiring just brings out stress. But let me get on this and show you. So I think first thing, I've kind of been playing with it a little bit, but I think I'm going to mount my relays right here on this little block thing that sticks out of the wheel well. So I'm going to use some self-tapping screws. It's just a plastic wheel well liner. But put two here, and then that also leaves me room to put two more. So put that there, and then that'll go across and give power to the fans. And I still have to run the wiring across. I want to go from over in that corner is where my wire is going to come out from my switches. All right, so I'm starting off by separating some of my wires. So I've got, I'm connecting the two ground wires together, and I'm wrapping them together with heat shrink. So there's my grounds. And then power. Let's see, I forget what yellow is. Yellow's accessory, I believe. And we got the little instructions here. This one is the accessory, so 87 is accessory, so yellow. So I just leave these ones alone because each one of these is going to go to the separate fan. And then once those are connected, I'm going to use more of I'm going to use some of this stuff here to clean them up. All right, what's blue? Let's see now. Go back to this. Blue is 30. So 30 is input power. So main battery power. So that, basically, these two are going to go to that, these two are going to go one on each to the power distribution block. So now, get these two lined up. This shrink wrap is just big enough for two. If I can get the wires to pop free. There we go. There we go. Let's heat shrink them so they don't move. So this way, now that I got them side by side, whoop, don't want to shrink that. I ruined my whole roll. If I get them shrink wrapped side by side, then when I go to wire them up, I know which one's going where. Yeah, we said blue's power, right? Blue is input power, number 30. Yeah, okay. Switch power, 86. Yeah. Okay, so right there, 86, white. Down here when you follow it up, 86 is coming off the switches. So basically, I'm going to have both of these. Both of these are going to be spliced into each other because I'm only using one switch. So one switch should actually be able to trigger both relays. So I'm just going to get this one wrapped up and I'll get back to you. Alright, so I just went ahead and did them all. So each one is separated into its matching pair. Or its doppelganger, whatever. So, and they're nice and flat, so when I actually do go to use them, I know that this is left and that's right, and this is left and that's right. So they're all nice and easily workable. All right, so I'm back with all the goodies. I got a couple rolls of red, roll of black, and a bag of Quick Connect fittings for the switch panel. I have to wire up. The switches are just sitting there, and that's about it. But what I've done so far, and sorry again, but it's kind of hard to film it by myself. But I built my wire harness. It looks a little grungy right now, but I'm gonna clean it up. But I got this one here for the left fan, this one for the right fan. I have the grounds all connected. So I believe I have, yeah, see, I have individual grounds for each one and individual power for each one. Coming here, so there's my 2 grounds. These 2 grounds I'm probably gonna connect together and screw into the, with the grounding bolt that's in there. And I've left these 2 extra long because these are supposed to go to the relay. Yes, these connect to the relay, or the power coming out of the relay. So I just didn't know exactly how long, so I just left them a little long. So I'm gonna go throw this in the car, see how it looks, and then I'll pull it back out and put the wire loom on it. All right, here's just a quick shot. I have the one fan coming across. I have it actually, the factory wire zip tied to the second fan. So I'm just gonna have it kind of coming across underneath the motor. And here's the second fan. It comes up to here. So, and here's the wiring from the first fan. So they kind of go past each other here, so. And then they come up. And I have way more wire than I need. But that's all right. Because I realized that, I mounted my relay, just so you guys know. So this red wire is gonna come down and connect to Mr. Yellow, Mr. Mellow Yellow, right there. And we'll have main power, but I just won't have the switch power installed yet. And then that's when I'll switch back over to the inside of the car. So I'm gonna pull this off right now and clean it all up, wire loom it, and then I'll, like my ground, I'm just gonna put a ring connector on it, and I'll get this grounded. I already started part of this loom, but I'll show you guys the rest of it, putting it together. So I've already got a skinny one covering these 2, and I had to increase to a larger diameter loom for the rest of this. And you just kind of bend, what you do is you just kind of bend this back like this, and it opens the channel. And you just basically just push it through. Sometimes it works good, sometimes it doesn't. It all depends on what kind of a mess you're trying to push into it. So I'm gonna take this to the car. I'm gonna test fit this again because I need to figure out exactly the lengths here and where I can stop this, just so it's nice and neat. Okay, so the fans are connected. Oh, punch me in the mouth. I didn't even think about that. I still have to ground these relays to the same place. Now I know what to do. All right, pulling it apart. At least I don't have to go crazy. I can do this right at this end. All right, I got her done. The harness is done. So it's all zip tied off. It's all nice and neat under here. They're just zip tied a couple of them together just so they didn't flop around. I have it going completely around the battery. Comes back up somewhere under there. Partially here. This comes up under there. I got a ground wire here. This loom that I made is the power wire and the ground wire together, coming back around from the relays with the other ground wire coming up, connecting to here. Now all I have left, I have these 2 sets of wires to do. The blue is the power wire, which is gonna come from the block or the fuse block whenever I get it. And the white one, which I have to run now, comes from basically the signal wire, which is gonna be the switches inside the car. So let's get on to that part. This. Uh-oh. There we go. There's my piece. Here, I'm gonna make the ground first. I'm not exactly sure how to do this, but I might have to look up doing the power. I think I kind of got an idea how, but all right, so now power. This is where I'm a little confused. I think I kind of do the same thing. Like I need a power wire coming in, going to the bottom says power. So I guess I have power going in, and then the middle one is going back out basically. So I'll do the loop just like I did here with the ground, bang, bang, bang. And then I'll run a fresh one off of here, going out the firewall. All right, let's try that. All right. Whoop. All right, so I got that done. Hopefully you saw that. I don't know if you did. Power. Power. Oh, a little long, but whatever. Now this one. There. Oh, that's the way I should have done it. This way works way better. Bam. Look at that. Nice and neat. Much better. Alright, so this is the power wire back to the relays. Yeah, it feels like it's through. Let's go inside. There it is. Very nice. With this other junk wire. Ugh, so much garbage. This actually shouldn't be too bad. I just have to come up there. Jesus. Alright, there we go. Alright, I gotta get out of here. Oh. It is so hard. I don't have springs in these doors, so they keep closing on me. Alright.
All right, so this is back in. I never put the screws in tight. They're just there to kind of hold it all together. I plugged in the back, or the power cable that's going into the engine bay is plugged into switch 1. And there's the 2 wires coming out, my ground and power. Now I just have to find a safe place to put those, and the fans should turn on. So let me find that. Alright, so I just want to show you guys. This is all done now. I got the, let me show you under here. Right up under here, I'm using the ignition off the fuse relay down here. And back here, off the dashboard chassis, like the frame that holds it to the firewall, I have it grounded. Alright, and if I put the keys in, put the keys in here, ignition's on, we got light, so I have power now. So that's perfect. So, and the good thing about that being hooked up to the ignition is at least if I forget to shut the fans off, when I shut the car off, at least it'll shut off. Oh, so much crap in the way. So yeah, so next I just gotta run the power wire to the relay. So I'm gonna get on that now. All right, we got the power wire run. So that is it right there. Hopefully I got the right ones. Yep, blue is battery. Okay, so the signal wire coming from the switch is connected. I have it following an old line, and it's just junk. It's just kind of gross right now. I have a red line running across the dash where I want it, or firewall where I want it to go, and then back down in. I'm just leaving that for now because I might run the other wires and have them all coming through there, and then I'll put a wire loom on to make them look pretty. Or I might not. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I don't know how it's, I might just leave that wire there by itself, and whatever else accessories I use, I might just have them come down this way. But so far so good. Now I'm going to try and jerry-rig the power to see if the fans turn on. Let's give her. All right, this is kind of sketchy because I haven't undone my power. Yell at me later. Ah, mother of Christ. I should be able to turn this on. Let's see if we can hear it. All right, I need keys. Fuck! Jesus. All right, ignition. Oh. What's going on with the other one? Oh shit! We got explosion. All right, well that's not good. Gross. Well, that sucks balls. All the way around. So, I'm thinking I didn't use large enough wire. That's the only thing I can think of. Well, I'm gonna have to pull this apart. All right, well that was an epic fail. Here's what's left of my harness. It is just completely fucked. It looked like all the ground wires were okay. They just got affected by the heat. But it looks like I mean, that just melted right off. The heat just destroyed it. So, I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna have to go buy thicker gauge wire. That's a guarantee. I guess these things draw a little more amps than that wire can hold. All right, well, bummer.
I'm gonna get another spool of wire and start over, I guess. Crap, that thing was beautiful. All right, I'll be back.
Here we go, guys, if you can hear it. I got the fans working. Everything's plugged in properly. I went and bought the heavier gauge wire, and no smoking this time. So we're all good. I got this going here. I had to re-wrapped it, redid my grounds. Yeah, like, oh, that sucked. But it's all working. On to the next thing. I think I'm gonna be doing my taillights next. Put those, I gotta put those resistors in to help with the taillights. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that today. I might leave that for another day. This was a pain in the ass, especially from that little smoke and fire thing I had going on. But it's all good, it's done. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna end it here. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.